I wish that I could put all my favorite vocal plugins, but I can't. These are just my top 5. And since this is going into 2022, I'm going to use the top 5 I've been using in 2021. Some of these are new. Some of these you guys probably heard before. But I hope that no matter if you guys heard it before or these are new, this expands your range of VST vocal plugins so you guys could try something new out or just dive into something deeper that you've already been using. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That'll go a long way for this channel on the road to 10K. Appreciate you guys for supporting me, man. So without further ado, I got this track right here I just recorded for this video. I'm gonna use a buzz track, and I'm gonna just add my top 5 plugins to it. This is raw, has no effects on it. I'm gonna just go one by one, add in what I'm saying for my top 5. I'm gonna put it on the bus, so don't expect it to sound like it would if I'm like professionally mixing it. I'm just gonna they're all gonna sound the same. So let's start with number 1. Number 1, Infinite EQ. This is my favorite EQ, y'all. This is by Slate Digital. I'm gonna go ahead and just, like I said, put it on my inserts. I'm using Studio One, but this will work for any type of DAW that you're using. What I like the most about Infinity EQ is, like it says, it's infinite, right? You can do whatever you want. And by that, I mean, you see these lines right here that is giving me options to create. If I just start with the low cut filter, right? I can either use this slope and go in like that, or I can go to the type and it gives me different kinds I can use. If I wanted to shelf it up like this and use a slope, I can do it like that, right? So before I start doing my effects and touching up, let me just play what I got so far. Let's turn off the effect.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass surrounds me. Baby, you get so wet, I swear sometimes you wanna drown me. I get distracted by your body, I'm distracted by your body. Hey, the way you twerk that thing make it hard to concentrate. I can't concentrate.
All right, so now let's start with it. So that being said, it's raw. Now we got an EQ.
I can't focus anytime.
And let's turn off the beat. And like, I'm gonna just go for this one first for my low shelf.
I can't focus anytime you come around.
Now, this is not how I want you to do your mixing. This is, everybody has a different voice. Everybody has different spectrums. But as you can see, this does have a spectrum on it. And let's just say I want to add another one. Boom. Now you notice this doesn't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 preset. Like, you don't, well, this has presets, but you notice it doesn't have the low, the mid, the low mids and all that, because you create it yourself. So let's just say right here,
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass surrounds me. Baby, you get so wet, I swear sometimes you want.
now watch this. I can use a stereo band, a stereo mode on there. Now this is going to give me a different type of sound.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass surrounds me. Baby, you get so wet, I swear sometimes you wanna drown me. I get distracted by.
You see that?
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my.
So it's adding more bandwidth on there. Then, and like I said, I can shelf it if I want to do it a different way. But I like this peaking right here, right? Because it's right there. Now, let's say I want to go, and that's the cool part about it. You can move it where you want to move it. It takes it low, it takes it high, wherever you want to move it.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender.
Now, you see that?
I can't
it's just so infinite.
Anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass surrounds me. Baby, you get so wet, I swear sometimes you wanna drown me. I get distracted by your body.
Just wanted to show you that you could do that.
I can't focus in.
Let's add a high. So you can add as many of these as you want.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender.
So it's putting that low one on top, but it's panning also on the bottom. And speaking of panning, you can also pan the balance too.
I can't focus anytime you
it's
come
left,
around
right.
me.
Now that's so important because a lot of times we just go on the main track channel and we do the panning for that. And the beautiful part about this is I can just do a little bit on here.
I can't focus any. Can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when you're.
So we're gonna leave it right here on 27.
I can't
Right here.
focus anytime you come around me.
And you know what I'm saying? We
I
can
can't focus anytime you come around
right here.
me.
Alright. And then there's a volume knob right here for output gain.
I can't focus anytime you.
Now let's hear it.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass around.
You see that?
Me. Baby, you get so wet.
It's such a clean EQ that you got to use it. And there's also presets. If you want to use a preset, you just click here and you can choose. They have hip hop, lo-fi, pop, all these different ones. And they also have great effects that you can use as well. As far as like megaphone, they have smartphone, all that stuff. So enough with the Infinity EQ. The second one is going to be called Melodyne. You guys probably heard of Melodyne before. This is the pitch correction. And I'm going to just go ahead and highlight all these. And let's go edit with Melodyne. And like I said, this will work for any DAW that you have. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and just highlight all these. And I'm going to use the automatic pitch corrector for Melodyne. So I highlight them all. I press this button here, and I'm going to just center it dead 100. You don't have to do 100, but just showing y'all how that brings it in the middle. And then pitch drift, I'm probably just going to bring it to like 48.
I can't focus any.
Now, some are going to be off when you do it like that. You could do it the manual way. You could do it the automatic way. With the automatic way, some of them might be off, and you got to correct them. So what I'll do to correct it is I'm going to bring this up. And you can hear how like it's telling you.
I can't focus anytime you come around me.
Now this is great for those of you guys who don't like auto-tune too much. Same thing for this. I'm gonna highlight these. Push the pitch correction and drift it. Just random drift.
I put my hands up, I surrender when you're. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass surrounds me.
See how I'm just picking.
When your ass surrounds me. Baby, you get so wet. Baby, you get so wet. I swear sometimes you wanna drown me. Sometimes you wanna drown me.
So that's the power of it. MetaTune is my number 3. But if you guys don't want to use auto-tune or MetaTune or whatever, then you definitely want to just stick with the Melodyne. So let's go to MetaTune. And this is by Slate Digital as well. So the Infinity EQ is by Slate Digital. MetaTune is by Slate Digital. And they have a $9 per month subscription. You guys can use that. Now I'm pretty sure this is an A sharp minor. And so we're going to hold it on minor.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass surrounds me. Baby.
So with this, let's start with the speed. Let's start with the speed. So I'm going to mute the beat. With the speed, you can go up.
I can't focus anytime you come around me.
Just like auto-tune.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender.
But what makes MetaTune so different from all these other pitch correctors is that MetaTune, you can actually go even further all the way, instead of to just 0 or negative 0.1, you can go to -3.
I can't focus anytime you come around me.
So if you really want that vibrato, that vibrato, whatever, vibration sound, you can do that. Or you could go natural. How? Because sustain, you can limit your sustain. You can bring it down. As you can see, it's going down here.
I can't focus anytime you.
And it cuts off how long you're holding, like a sustain keyboard pedal. It's cutting off how quick that auto-tune speed is.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender.
So you can add more speed, but still turn down the sustain and turn it up.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up,
Then what I like about it a lot is that you can make it sound like a chorus effect.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass around.
You can make it wide if you go to the right.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass around me. Baby, you get so wet, I swear sometimes you wanna drown me. I get distracted by your body.
So, I mean, right? That's pretty cool. That kind of kills two birds with one stone. You don't really need the chorus effect to add that. So, and then last but not least on here, the stabilizer. You can turn off. So when you're recording, if you want to record with this, it will delay if you don't have this low latency button on. So you got to turn the low latency button on to purple. And then when you're done, turn it on yellow or gold, whatever. And then now you can stabilize your notes longer or shorter.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass around me. Baby, you get so wet, I swear sometimes you wanna drown me. I get distracted by.
So that helps you with the note transitions and how you're going to do it. All right. Now, that was number 3. Number 4 is going to be a new plugin also by Slate Digital. Slate Digital, man, they're going hard. I'm not even gonna lie. It's called Virtual Mix Rack. Virtual Mix Rack. Now, what I love about this is like, you guys seen those racks in studios, right? Those cost a lot of money. Let's just keep it real. For you, the more racks you want, the more racks you spend. You know what I'm saying? And I'd rather have something digital anyway. I don't want my studio filled with a bunch of racks, right? So this is by Slate Digital, and you can just add a bunch of racks, or you can go to presets and it'll add them for you. So let's just say pop. This is 2 racks, right? But there's a whole bunch of racks on here, and it gives you descriptions of each one. So there's EQs, there's compressors, dynamics, a whole bunch of different racks, preamps, and you can drag and drop them as you please.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass around me. Baby, you get so wet, I swear sometimes you wanna drown me.
So it gives you presets. You could also tweak them.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass around me. Baby, you get so wet, I swear sometimes you wanna drown me. I get distracted by your body.
So this is a good way to add a lot of compression. You can add this on top of whatever compressor that you're using already, your RVox, your R compressor, whatever you're using. But what makes this so dope is that this also, let's say you're not using that good of a mic, and you want to, by the way, this has gates too. This basically has everything, right? And you can search them right here. You can buy more modules from Slate Digital and you can use them on here. So let's just say you don't have that good of a microphone and you want it to sound like a professional mic. Well, I didn't buy these licenses, but if I were to buy these licenses, I'd be able to get microphones on here. Everybody needs a reverb. Everybody needs a plate, right? So I found this to be one of the dopest, especially going into 2022. The dopest one is called Lustrous. I can't pronounce it right. Lustrous Plates. Now this right here, this is the best because this, you don't need, now a lot of times you got to add a plate and a reverb, right? You don't need to do that with the Lustrous Plates. And this is by Liquid Sonics. You don't need to do that with this. This has everything. Also, you have to equalize it. A lot of times you have to equalize your reverbs. You don't have to do that separately. You can do that right inside of this. It has a lot of characterization, which is what I love about it. So they have different plates. They got the chrome plate, the silver plate, steel plate, platinum, gold, so on and so forth. And they have a lot of great presets too that you can use. So for the sake of time, let's go to a preset. Let's just say I wanted the long bright.
I can't focus anytime you come around me.
Can damp it a little bit.
Baby, you get so wet, I swear sometimes you wanna drown me.
The dry wetness on there, you can turn the volume down.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass around.
Make it deeper.
Baby, you get so wet, I swear sometimes you wanna drown me. I get distracted.
And then the equalizer, you can click right here and now you can equalize it, which is dope. I don't have to add, like what I mean by that is usually like this will pop up. If you use Studio One, this will pop up next to whatever reverb that you use. It'll pop up. And you usually have to add EQs on here. You know what I'm saying? Pro EQ or whatever you're using to just do the reverb. But on here, it's already within. It's already within. And I also don't have to use the sends to turn it down. It's all right here.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender when your ass surrounds me. Baby, you get so wet, I swear sometimes you wanna drown me. I get distracted by your body.
Like low cutting outside of the plugin. So Lustrous Plates by Liquid Sonics is definitely one of my favorite. You could also just change the plate if you wanted, like a platinum plate, but still keeping it with the settings that you already have.
I can't focus anytime you come around me. I put my hands up, I surrender.
And I don't need to add another reverb on top of my plate because this is a reverb too. It's a plate, it's a reverb, it's fire. You got to get it. These are my top 5 plugins going into 2022. Now, if you guys just add this to your arsenal, like I said, I wish I could add more. I wish I could tell you guys all the plugins that I use. Maybe I'll do that in a different video, but you definitely want to tap in to some of these plugins if you guys haven't already tried them out. So yeah, man, subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. Like this video, share this on Facebook to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Send this to a aspiring engineer going into 2022, you know, are looking for these new plugins. So appreciate you guys for watching. Leave a comment. Let me know which one you guys found to be helpful, which one you guys are going to be using going to 2021. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video.